If you are somebody right now who is really struggling with manifestation or getting your manifestation, you're really not seeing any results in the 3D, I really can feel you and understand your sense of, yeah, this is BS. This thing doesn't work, right? In this video today, I really want to point out what was a game changer for me in my manifestation journey and still continues to shock me basically every single day about how fast now my manifestations come in and what I really learned about this whole manifestation journey. And this is why I do these videos, because I want to take the years of struggle that I had to go through to get my specific person, to get the money flowing in, to get my dream house, to get the dream car that I never thought would be actually possible. And that is why I'm here telling you guys, if you feel like you want to give up, there's probably one thing that's going on that's really keeping you stuck in this cycle of doing to get something, right? You see, we have to understand that when we are manifesting, we have now chosen this lifestyle. We have chosen a way of almost taking off the blindfold, which is our programming, which are our limiting beliefs, which are the way we, which is basically our belief system, the way that we see the world and perceive the world. And we have now come into this realm where we feel, you know what, this isn't cutting it for me anymore. And this is why I talk about self-concept and why you'll hear manifestation, law of assumption, law of attraction. Teachers talk about how important your self-worth, your self-respect, and of course, the entirety of who you are is, right? And you want to start to shift that up. Joseph Dispenza calls this reprogramming the subconscious mind, right? So when we come into this realm, we get very excited about all the techniques. We do our visualizations, we do our affirmations, and while I do stand by them and I think they are beautiful, so many of us think that these techniques are in fact what manifestation is. And this is where we go wrong. This is where we struggle. This is where we get depressed. This is where we want to stay in bed because, I've been there. Manifesting my ex was, in a way, a beautiful journey of healing, but also it was very stressful for me because I was constantly doing because I thought that's what I had to do, when in fact I wasn't merging myself to become the result. And I'm going to repeat that again. I wasn't merging myself to become the result, right? So yes, we do techniques, but we do the techniques to bring us back to what we kind of have lost, which is that I am sense. Some of us call it the kingdom of heaven. Some of us call it the God state. Some of us call it the queen state, the king state, right? So what I can really recommend for those of you who are really struggling, you're just like, it's a last straw right here, right now, and you're like, I am sick and tired of this, is firstly and foremostly not to give up on yourself and your life. You see, when you really focus on your self-concept, and I know all manifestation coaches talk about this, I know that I've spoken about this before, then everything else does become a byproduct of the result, which is the person who has decided that everything I want, I already have. So we are actually just selecting what already exists, because we know that the spiritual realm, we know that the metaphysical realm, we know that the 4D, imagination, as Neville Goddard says, is our true reality. Now, for those of you who are struggling, and this is something that I really found out from my journey, and that's why I don't want you to give up on yourself, and I don't want you to give up on your manifestation, because you, watching this video, are creator. This is conscious creation with Bianca. You are not predicting your future by going to tarots. You are not predicting your future by looking at the stars and astrology. You're actually deciding to create your future. Do you understand? So when you decide to create your future and you're struggling, well, what can we do? We can start to become mindful. And I don't know if you guys know this, I do have a video which I will link down below. It's actually on my second YouTube channel about Vipassana meditation. Now, when we start to meditate, when we start to sit with ourselves, we become an observer of our thoughts. And a lot of us who just want the instant results, we want the SP, we want the money, we want the car, we want the house, we want the guy, we want the girl, we want whatever it is that we want. We continue to do things to get things. No, I want my SP. No, I just want my SP. You have your SP. But there is something in between that is stopping it, and that is okay. And that is okay. I don't want you to feel guilty. I don't want you to feel like you have to hit yourself and be like, I'm a shitty person. No, I don't want you to get depressed on this and feel like I am telling you in this video that you're at fault and this is your mistake, because that is not the case. But we all have our limiting beliefs. We all have our belief systems, which some of us, and me 4 or 5 years ago, I was not aware in all of my relationships why my people would leave, why my guy would leave, or why I would leave relationships. It was because I thought the toxicity was normal. I thought seeing my parents, in an abusive relationship was my normal, and that wasn't my fault, right? And again, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a relationship coach, I'm not going to go down that road because that's not what this channel is about, but it is also about healing the lies that exists. As I said at the beginning of this video, starting to take off the blindfold to the illusion that isn't you. And that's where starting to observe your thoughts and really becoming mindful within your practices. Yes, you can do the affirmations. Yes, you can do the visualizations, but we're not doing stuff to get stuff. Basically, we are doing things to find out who we truly are and the power that resides within us. And the beautiful thing about, for example, my 21-day challenge that I do offer, my 21-day self-concept and self-specific person challenge, is that we really look, and I always ask, where are these thoughts coming from? I actually become an observer to my old self, because I know that it's not serving me anymore, right? I know that this old Bianca, this old being, it's not what I want. It's time for change. It's time for me to realize that, yeah, I am now a manifester, and I'm going to heal the illusion. I'm going to heal the lies. I'm going to heal and take off the blindfold for what I thought was my truth. Because who am I? And that is such an incredible, almost like unanswerable question. Who really am I? I am awareness. I am consciousness. I am creation. I am whoever I say I am. And I'm going to take, manifestation, guys, is not a one size fits all. It's really not a one size fits all, right? Yes, you can affirm, you can affirm, you can affirm, you can affirm, you can get. Good. For some of you, that's going to work. And I have had clients who have done 7 days of like morning, afternoon, and evening routine and had their SP come back. But I'm not comparing myself to them. I'm going on my own path. And I'm making this fun. I'm coming to my true essence of being, of consciousness, of awareness, of creator. And through really healing myself, and that doesn't mean that I'm a broken person, but actually going all in on this process and understanding through observing, through mindfulness, through question asking, through real deep diving, that, what I had before isn't serving me. So I'm not just going to slap on the techniques to get the things, but I'm actually going to go a little bit deeper into this to find out my true essence of being. And once I really truly find out that essence of being, bliss, abundance, as you hear on all of these channels, then everything, absolutely, truly, absolutely everything, with a little bit of character building, with a little bit of patience, with a little bit of trust, with a really little bit of belief in the unseen, or if I can say with a maximum amount of belief and faith and trust in the unseen, because that's what manifestation is. It is believing in the unseen. It is from the inside out, not from the outside in. Once I start to work through that and find this peace in knowing who I am and just deciding and selecting through healing those lies, then it becomes extremely easy, and everything in my external reality becomes a default of who I am, which again, who am I? I am the creator of my life. So coming back to why I want to do this video today, if you are thinking about giving up, I would say, if you would like to give up, give up, but you're only giving up on yourself. You're only giving up on the chance of actually becoming this incredible human being who by default will get everything that he or she wants. And yeah, sometimes it can be really hard to want to change and perhaps go through a little journey. For some of us, it might be 2 weeks. For some of us, it might be 2 months. For me, getting back my ex, it took me 3 months of like real shit. Like I was anxious. I was in lack. And I know in my video, my number 1 video here, when I gave up, I manifested it, which is kind of different to the video I'm describing now. But in the sense of giving up on the attachment to outcome, giving up on the attachment, because I was detached. I was actually so detached I was so detached from my outcome. I was not the result. I was not the result. And that's what I want you to take from this video is become the result, and it will feel like a merging of you and your manifestation. Your manifestation is yourself, of course, but that thing that you want, it will become you. Because nothing, and I really stand by this, nothing can be separate for you if you are consciousness, if you are awareness, if you are God, if you're a queen, if you're whatever it is that you say you are. Nothing is separate from you. It's just, where am I placing my awareness? Where am I placing, what am I observing right now? Is this serving me or is this not serving me? If it's not serving me, how can I change it up? How can I heal that illusion? How can I start to take the blindfold off this? And that's where it should feel easy and effortless. At the end of the day, this entire process, or I don't even want to call it a process, that's the wrong word. The lifestyle that you have decided to take on is extremely effortless. Sometimes it just takes a little tweak, and that little tweak is just working on yourself. Because actually working on yourself is, I believe, and maybe this is a limiting belief, but one of our purposes, for lack of a better word, it's always there. It's going to be there until the day that we're not here anymore in this physical body, right? So enjoy this process. Again, take back your power with the power that you have. Okay, and sometimes it is difficult. And with that being said, if you do need any support, of course, I am a manifestation coach. If you do want any help with any of the work I do, check the description below. But that's enough from me. And I hope that if you're feeling like this is the last straw, that you don't give up on yourself. You really, really don't give up on yourself, and that you continue on this journey, because this journey, I can say from the Bianca I knew 4 years ago to now, is an incredible journey. And it's a very beautiful and empowering journey, I could say. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. I hope that you really did enjoy this video. I want to thank each and every one of you, each and every one of my members, each and every one of my subscribers, and of course, we'll see us in the next video. Bye for now.